Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Unlocking Your Potential, the video where we sit down and we go over, have a little discussion about not just how the features work, but why we're adding things to the Delta we are, why we do the things we do.
Yeah, and today we're not live because YouTube's having errors.
YouTube isn't working.
Their monkeys are appearing to us that they dispatched to fix their issues. So we're recording this video right now when we would typically be live, and we'll go ahead and post it. But today wanted to have a conversation that's a higher level conversation, kind of like the first video we did in some ways. But I want to have a higher level conversation because we're launching a ton of new features, and we have been for the past couple of years, but even right now, we're getting feedback from our customers that they're saying, wow, you guys have so much coming, like, oh my goodness. That at least the customers that have seen what we're getting ready to launch. And we say, yeah, just wait till you see what's coming later this year. So we want to do this video and from a different perspective and actually ask you for something at the end of the video. But anyhow, this video, the perspective is this. It's kind of what I mentioned. I think I mentioned it last week or the week before, that there's that all of you are faced with so many things. There's so much training you have to go through. You feel like, oh my goodness, another tech training on another tech platform. No, thank you. That's the last thing I want. And I know, well, you run tech support. You hate to hear that, but
yeah, and it's the way it is. A lot of the stuff that works the best is the stuff that you don't need trained on. The stuff that you can you look at it and you understand it, or the stuff where it prompts you. Here's what you need to do. So it's not, you don't have to take it upon yourself to go in there and decide how this is going to fit for you. It's just, we just tell you. Let you handle the real estate, and we'll tell you what to do as far as the digital marketing and the tech side of things goes.
Yeah, so that in conjunction with some of the frustration that we saw last week with the Compass Contactually announcement, and I know we did a video on it about a week ago, and I wanted to mention a little bit more because we're hearing from our customers, some of our newer customers that are just getting ready to launch with us that were currently Contactually clients that were actually leaving, so they're actually saying, oh, that's glad we're leaving Contactually for Delta's CRM. But I want to kind of talk through that because some of the things that we're doing, they're so massive, and you're going to be seeing a lot of these announcements coming out literally in the next 4 weeks or so. Most of our clients have heard about it, at least the admins have. The agents haven't heard yet, but just because we haven't released the features, so why fully announce them? But one thing that I want to mention is we have so many things going on that we really appreciate feedback. And just as an example, I know you get a lot of feedback in tech support. Your team gets a ton of feedback. Yeah. From clients, but I want to highlight some feedback that I received last Tuesday, and it was feedback from one of our admins or one of our companies. I was meeting with my contact at the company, and they were conveying feedback that they're receiving from their sales associates on a particular area as relates to the CRM in our platform, and we love that feedback. As a matter of fact, we have so many changes we're working on and so many changes planned. We want to solicit that feedback, and that's kind of the purpose of this video. Is we have so many changes going on that we want to convey that our intention as we're launching these changes, and this just from our management meetings here, we want to make it so that you don't have to go through training, that it's just intuitive, or that we prompt you when you have to do something, that you just don't need that training, or if you don't have something set up or configured that you should, we will let you know, those types of things.
Yeah. Nobody knows your workflow better than you do. So the idea is that we can come up with ways all day long where it makes sense to us as far as how something should work and how the flow should be when it comes to just running your business. But the idea is you do it. So if you can tell us what is going to work best for you, or you see something and you think, wouldn't it be easier if I could just go straight to this page, or if there was a button here that let me do this. That's the kind of thing we want to know.
Yeah, and that's actually that's the purpose of this video. You're going to be seeing so many announcements coming from us, from Delta, in the coming weeks here, starting kind of right now, or this week even. So many announcements that are coming out that are related to core functionality of how you do business as it relates to CRM and client engagement, how you run your business, your advertising, I mean, it's kind of I'll call it the meat and potatoes of doing business, not just some fancy, wow, here's this new tech gadget, so to speak, or this new tech feature. No, this is day-to-day operation type stuff, as I would put it. And so we want your feedback. So communicate that feedback with your admins or communicate that feedback directly with our support team. You're welcome to do that, but most of you have phenomenal admins that we work with on a weekly and daily basis.
Yeah, right.
So we want your feedback, but more specifically, your feedback on how it relates to how you operate in your business. And just to I guess clarify, that feedback I got last week was the resounding feedback was, hey, our system needs to be operate in a more simple fashion when you go to add a new customer. Kind of a quick add of a customer, we have too many steps to it. And part of all the functionality comes with all these steps, but we are simplifying that. And actually, we got that feedback last week, and we're making changes. Actually, it's being worked on today.
It's going to be nice when that one comes out. We've
a lot of feedback on that one. Yeah. So just trying to make it easier to use, and I think from a tech support perspective.
Yeah, and the easier it is to use, the more you understand just by looking at it. The easier it is to support too.
Yeah. So I guess again, not necessarily going over a new feature. We certainly will in the coming weeks be going over quite a few new features and what our thinking was behind them. But we want your feedback in general, especially on these new features as they get launched. Or if you think, hey, this is missing something, let us know, because it's probably in the works, or if it's something we haven't thought of, we'd gladly add it if it makes sense. So anyhow.
Yeah. So, and tomorrow we have an exciting new one. We are kind of going over a new feature. It's kind of a feature. But it is about adding an HTTPS security certificate to your agent domain. So tune into Tech Tuesday, and we should be live again for that one, so that'll be nice. And we'll be able to show you how to set that up. So thanks a lot for joining us, and see you tomorrow.
And I'll see you next week.